What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Goblin's favorite nerd. Today we are looking at the Build-A-Figure from the Marvel Legends Spider-Man assortment, which is Hobgoblin. Last time I did one of these, it was ordered, and someone asked if I could put it together next time on camera, and I agreed I would. But now, a lot of times, like I pre-planned, I look over the figure. With this one, I won't have that luxury, so we'll be going over it for the first time, but hopefully that's not a big deal. So let's connect the legs, which just... go down in there. It doesn't have a nice click. I like a nice click or a nice pop, or not so much. There it is. Before you get the arms on, you want to put on his winged assembly. And make sure you have the right arm. There it is. Same on the other side. And head. This looks like it's going to be a nightmare. Let's take this out. This is like a little extra piece. Let's take that out. I guess I got it. Alright. And then this goes in his back. It's like I guess like a faux sword. And then let's see if he comes with these two accessories. This one looks pretty nice. Single cast down there, but it's like a translucent plastic that goes yellow to red. He doesn't really hold it in this hand. Looks like he will hold it in that hand fairly decently. It's a little heavy. The sword's a little heavy, so he doesn't hold it well. And then this hand will be his pumpkin bomb hand, which is just translucent plastic and no real details added in. So, head is on that ball joint that you saw. The problem is, if you go to turn it, because of the sculpt of this onto the sculpt of the shoulders, it will just pop right off. So, I'm just going to be leaving it off for the time being while we talk about it. It's nicely painted. We got a little bit of scuff on the nose, but the gums are painted, the tongue is painted. It's nicely painted. I like the sculpt of the hood too. It's got texture in it and all that kind of stuff. I don't like this design here, like how like this comes up like an upside down heart. It just looks weird to me. It almost looks like breast. One click down, one click back for the ab crunch. We got a waist swivel. The wings are pretty cool. They're not my favorite design. I prefer just the cloak, but whatever. Arms are on this ball hinge. They work fairly well. Double jointed elbow, bicep swivel, not at the proper bicep though, which I find interesting. That just seems bizarre. And wrist swivel and hinge. Same on the other side. Paint's done nicely. There's a nice shading on the orange, so that looks pretty good. Nice silver on the chainmail here. This is like a soft plastic. Doesn't really bother the legs really that much. Fairly nice sculpt too, with the belt buckle and holes and all that kind of stuff in the belt. Thigh swivel, legs are on ball joints. Double jointed knee with this padding here gives it a nice look. Nice like a metallic paint both there and on the silver there on the buckles and on this armor on the foot, which is not the best looking foot in the world, but Not the worst either. And yeah. This whole set has been a little disappointing. Alright, got all my Marvel Legends reviewed. Now I just need to get a stool, which is all the way over there. And then bring the stool all the way over here. And then climb up the stool and put the figures all the way up there. For these figures, a lot of work. Not worth it. There he is next to Spider-Man, so slightly taller. Here's the thing. This set is not Marvel Legends' strongest. I'd say you could probably pass on most of it, pick up a few jewels. This Build-A-Figure doesn't really scratch the itch. It's not the best. It's fairly disappointing, especially after that Avengers wave that I thought was a really promising look for Marvel. This is not their strongest work. If you were going to pick up a few, I'd pick up Daredevil, I'd pick up Spider-Man 2099 for sure. I'd pick up the new Spider-Man, just make sure it's a decent paint application, and I think you could call it quits there. Whole lot of meh, ladies and gents. Here's another problem real quick. The ratchet on the ab crunch isn't tight enough where the weight of the wings will actually cause it to wiggle. You see that? And it can pose, like he's leaning up against the backdrop there, but it can pose issues in getting him to stand as well. So, pretty disappointing. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.